Hey there, infidelity fans. Buckle up, because this story is about to get real. We're talking broken vows and the fallout when someone decides to cheat. If you're like me and think family is sacred, hit that subscribe button and smash like. Let's dive in. Sarah lay in the pre-dawn darkness, Manhattan skyline a faint glow beyond the blinds, scrolling Instagram. Beside her, Michael snored, a familiar sound that now grated on her nerves like nails on a chalkboard. Love? Connection? Ancient history. All that remained was a simmering resentment, a quiet fury she kept banked down. He was heavier now, Michael, not the lean guy she'd married at City Hall overlooking Central Park. Back then, she'd told herself he was the practical choice, the responsible one. Not like David, her ex, all sharp angles and easy charm. Michael had offered security, a Park Slope brownstone, a 401k, safe harbor. That's what she'd craved after years of dating guys who were thrilling disasters. Now, though, wrapped in the silence of their bedroom, regret was a bitter taste in her mouth. She hated this life, hated how Michael had softened, how little he seemed to care. It wasn't just the weight gain, though that was part of it. It was the way he huffed climbing the stoop to their apartment, how his shirt strained across his middle, how he still reached for her in bed, expecting what? The ghost of the couple they used to be? Weekend getaways to the Hamptons, laughing over takeout in their first tiny studio in the village. They weren't that couple anymore, and she doubted they ever would be again. Excuses. Michael always had them. Work stress, deadlines, the lure of seamless, exhaustion that killed any desire for a run in Prospect Park. She'd stopped listening months ago. Each justification just pushed her further away. Emotionally, physically, every way that mattered. Last time he'd touched her, she'd flinched, mumbled about a headache. Lies. His touch repulsed her. Faking desire felt like climbing Mount Everest in heels. It was his fault, she told herself. If he cared, he'd try. He'd become someone she could want again. But deep down, she knew it wasn't just about his appearance. The spark, if it had ever been real, was long gone. And David, God, David. She couldn't stop thinking about him, the life they might have had if he hadn't taken that job in San Francisco. She told herself she was over him, completely. But he was the benchmark. Every man she met, every guy on the subway, even Michael, was measured against the phantom of David, and they all fell short, Michael especially. Responsible, hard-working, thoughtful. The qualities she'd once prized now felt like lead weights dragging her down. It wasn't enough. Maybe it never had been. Her resentment bled into every corner of their life. Exasperated sighs when he talked about his day at the office downtown. Sharp comments about his takeout habit. Forced smiles when he suggested a weekend museum trip. Frustration curdled into disdain, a bitter edge creeping into her voice. One evening, Michael arrived home late, a greasy bag from their usual Thai place dangling from his hand. Exhaustion etched deep lines around his eyes. "Hey, babe," he said, a weary smile flickering across his face. "Got your favorite. Figured you wouldn't want to cook." Sarah barely glanced up from her phone, lost in the curated perfection of Instagram feeds. "Maybe if you weren't ordering takeout every night, you wouldn't be so out of shape," she muttered, voice dripping with ice. Didn't even look at him. Too busy envying some influencer's vacation in Tulum. Michael froze, smile vanishing, warmth draining from his eyes. Just trying to be nice, he murmured, setting the bag on the granite countertop. Well, maybe try being nice to yourself for once, she snapped, scrolling. Eating like that isn't helping. Silence crashed down, heavy and suffocating. Michael didn't argue, he never did, just plated his food, retreated to his home office, leaving Sarah alone with her phone and a prickle of guilt she refused to acknowledge. The gap widened. Michael buried himself in work, late nights at the office, endless deadlines. Sarah didn't mind. Welcomed the distance, filled her days with shopping trips to Soho, spa days in Tribeca, all charged to the Amex Michael diligently paid off each month. She told herself she deserved it. Didn't she deserve some happiness? But designer bags and facials couldn't fill the void. Brunch with her girlfriends, vacation photos of impossibly toned couples in Santorini. The sting of comparison was always there. Why couldn't her marriage look like that? Why couldn't Michael look like those men? Sharp suits, lean physiques, effortless confidence. Her dissatisfaction peaked at a dinner party in the West Village. Adjusting her dress in the mirror, she watched Michael struggle with his shirt buttons. "Seriously, Michael?" she snapped. "That shirt's too small. Can't you wear something that actually fits?" His face burned crimson, but he just nodded, retreated to the closet. Sarah rolled her eyes. "Unbelievable," she muttered. At the party, she gravitated towards the men who moved with assurance, who wore their tailored suits like second skins, who exuded charm without even trying, laughed at their jokes, admired their watches, ignored Michael hovering by the crudités, struggling to join the conversation. Didn't care. Felt robbed of the life she'd envisioned. The cab ride home was silent, suffocating. Then Michael spoke, voice weary but steady. "Sarah," he said. "What happened to us? To you? I know I've changed. I know I've been working too much. But do you even care anymore?" No hesitation. "Care about what, Michael? That you've let yourself go? That I have to pretend I'm happy when I'm not? I married you because I thought you were someone I could count on. But look at you now." He didn't respond. Air thickened, charged with unspoken words. But as the bitterness left her mouth, she felt a sickening satisfaction. Maybe now he'd finally do something. But deep down she knew she'd crossed a line. No going back. It all imploded on a Thursday night. 12-hour shift at the advertising agency downtown, Michael walked in, hoping for something. Instead, Sarah was curled on the couch, phone glued to her hand, barely a flicker of acknowledgement. "Hey," he said, tentative smile. "Movie night? Hang out?" Voice uncertain, like he already knew the answer. Sarah didn't look up. "Tired," she murmured. "Yoga in the morning." He hesitated. "It's been a while, Sarah. Miss being close to you." That got her attention. Phone lowered, incredulous expression. "Close to me? Seriously, Michael?" Sharp laugh. "Have you looked in the mirror lately?" Pain flashed in his eyes, unmistakable. "What's that supposed to mean?" Sarah stood, crossed her arms. "Means I can't. Don't want to." Exhaled sharply. "You've let yourself go, Michael." Words hung in the air, sharp, cruel. "Repulsive. You expect me to find this attractive, be drawn to you?" Michael's face tightened, disbelief warring with hurt. "Sarah, I know I've gained weight. Know I haven't been my best. But isn't that the point of marriage? Standing by each other when things aren't perfect? ran a hand through his hair, frustration creeping in. Drowning in work, high-stakes project, stress is insane. But I'm trying. Doesn't that count for something? Sarah's laugh was like ice shattering. Trying, Michael? Effort means nothing if it goes nowhere. You've been mainlining Seamless and skipping the gym for months. That's not about work. That's about you. Michael's jaw clenched. So what are you saying? I'm only worthy of love if I have abs and eat kale salads. My value depends on how I look. Shrugged, voice flat. Saying I don't want to be intimate with someone who looks like this. It's been 6 months, Michael. 6 months of dodging excuses. Didn't have the guts to say it outright. Folded her arms, slow breath. Truth is, I'm not attracted to you anymore. Air knocked from his lungs, searched her face, desperate for a flicker of regret, a trace of the woman he'd married. Sarah, he murmured, voice unsteady. Marriage isn't about punishing each other for not being perfect. It's about love, patience, understanding. Scoffed. Understanding? Maybe you should have considered that before you let yourself go. It's humiliating, Michael. Even David. Stopped abruptly. Too late. Michael's eyes darkened. David? Voice quiet, razor sharp. Bringing him into this now? Defensive posture, arms tighter. Just saying. He took care of himself. Wasn't perfect, but at least he looked like someone you could be proud to be seen with. Silence. Thick, suffocating. Michael let her words sink in. Maybe he'd never been enough. Without a word, he turned, walked to the bedroom, closed the door with quiet finality. Sarah dropped onto the couch, exaggerated sigh. So dramatic, she muttered, phone in hand. Sculpted influencers, chiseled abs, effortless perfection flooded her screen. Irritation twisted in her chest. Why couldn't Michael just fix himself? Be the man she needed? That night, as Sarah drifted to sleep, Michael lay awake, her words echoing. Sacrifices. Late nights. Endless hours. Commitment. None of it mattered. But instead of anger, instead of begging, he made a decision. No more fighting for her validation. No begging to be seen as worthy. He'd prove it to himself. Small steps. Seamless banished. Homemade meals. Lunch prep for the office. Treadmill in the basement. Dusted off. Hour earlier. Run before work. Therapy. Never considered it before. Maybe necessary now. Sarah didn't notice. Lost in online shopping, luxury fantasies, social media validation. Michael noticed. Felt something stirring inside. Hope. Progress slow, but real. Clothes looser. Stoop no longer a mountain to climb. Reflection less foreign. Sarah? Indifferent. Ignored the changes. No encouragement. No acknowledgement. Remarks sharper, as if resenting his effort. Saturday night, another social event. Sarah's stage, flaunting her dissatisfaction. Perched at the bar, wine in hand, smirked. "Oh, Michael," she drawled, amusement dripping. "Put him near a buffet, have to practically drag him away." Laughter. Michael froze. Heat crept up his neck. Chuckles echoed. Sarah, reveling in their amusement, continued. Friend chuckled awkwardly. "Come on, Sarah, don't be so hard. Great job, at least." Waved a dismissive hand. paycheck? What's the use if the man earning it looks like boar, no, hog, full-blown farm animal? Laughter swelled, static to Michael. Set his plate down, stepped outside. Air, clarity. Later, Sarah, oblivious, kicked off heels, sank onto couch, phone. Gerald sat opposite, hands clasped, decision solidifying. "Sarah," he said, quiet, firm. Didn't look up. "Realize what you said tonight? Months?" Sighed, rolled eyes. Michael, sensitive. Joke. Gaze unwavering. "Called me a pig. Farm animal. Not a joke. Cruelty." Exaggerated groan. "God's sake, sulk bed." Strolled towards bedroom, leaving him alone. Weight of her words. Verdict. Morning. Sarah brunching. Michael at desk, laptop open. Divorce lawyers. Financial consultants. Clean break. Bank statements. Stomach twisted. Designer bags. Spa days. Boutique fitness classes. Never attended. Numbers blurred. Crystal clear. Never love. Provider. Sole provider. Weight of their life. Every dollar from his labor. Sarah's part-time work. Diversion. Leisure hours. Not sharing burdens. Siphoning earnings. Frivolous whims. Scrolling. Icy realization. Didn't resent him. Used him. Pawn. Done. Steady fingers. Mind clear. Email to divorce attorney. Sarah oblivious. Already unraveled. Formality. Official. Swiftly. Weak. Lawyer. Motion. Walking away. Protecting himself. Expendable. No claim on his labor. Private account. Salary redirected. Shared credit cards canceled. Debts? Hers. Reckless indulgence. Nights. Sarah asleep. Study. Financial records. Wreckage. Crime scene. Thousands. Designer accessories. Lavish dinners. Extravagant getaways. None with him. Luxury weekend retreat. Overtime at work. Fists clenched. Exhale. Composure. Finishing what he started. Sarah blissfully unaware. Yoga. Overpriced cafes. Shopping sprees. Friends. Exasperated wife. "Unbelievable," she scoffed, latte. "Treadmill. Pathetic. Few miles magically worth looking at." Laughter. Performance. Beautiful, long-suffering wife. Shackled. Beneath her. Word back to Michael. Mutual acquaintances. Pity. Sarah's college friend. Private call. "You should know. Not fair. Not pretends to be." Thanked her. Ended call. Resolve solidifying. Not wounded. Determined. No validation. No sacrificing. Walking bank account. Evening. Grilled chicken. Vegetables. Healthier routine. Sarah strolled in. Leaned against counter. Smirk. Big reinvention? Eyed his plate. Amusement. Goal, Michael. Dad bod to slightly less dad bod? Didn't look up. Doing this for me. Scoffed. Please. Proving something. Too late. Let yourself go. Jogging. Change that. Set down knife. Turned. Calm. Unwavering. Right. Proving something. Not to you. To myself. Don't tolerate this. You. Clear how little you value me. Blinked. Off balance. "Excuse me? Put this on me?" Didn't reply. Plate. Left room. Stunned. Rage simmering. Night. Finalized details. Proof. Extravagance. Selfishness. Disregard. Sense shift. Wouldn't matter. Years. Power. Mistaken. Storm. Horizon. Sarah. Excited. Soiree. Beachside. Cabanas. Champagne. Live music. Exclusivity. Price tag. Not her concern. Deserve to indulge. Laptop. Pay now. Stunning photos. Error. Payment declined. Again. Same. Rejected. Annoyance. Panic. Phone. Bank. Agonizing wait. Answer. Michael. Closed account. Hell. Hissed. Fury. Pieced it together. Slamming phone. Stormed through house. Seething. Michael walked in. Weary. Groceries. Waiting. Arms crossed. Eyes ablaze. "Michael!" Snapped. "Card declined. Explain?" Set groceries. Measured calm. "Shut it down." Simply. Jaw tightened. "Did what? Serious? Cut off account? No telling me?" Exhaled. Counter. "Not our account, Sarah. Mine. Worked for. Drain dry." Expression twisted. "Pathetic revenge? Tantrum? Won't sleep with you? Cutting me off? Don't want to touch you?" Unshaken. Steady gaze. Clear mind. "No, Sarah. Reality. Done." Bag. Documents. Counter. "Divorced." Stared. Lave grenade. Mouth opened. Words failed. Thin voice. Disbelief. "Divorcing me? Over what? Truth? Expect more?" Unreadable. Certainty. Terrifying. Lost. "No, Sarah." Quietly. "Divorcing you because of how you treated me." Loving wife faced hardships together. Instead, alone, stood beside me, supported change. True partner. Uplifted. Tearing down. Mocked. Belittled. Insignificant. Reaping benefits. Worked tirelessly. Took. Hesitation. Drained resources. Guilt. Remorse. No honor, Sarah. No integrity. No love. Face flushed. Anger. Eyes widening. "Ridiculous!" Shot back. Frustration. "Blowing this way out of proportion." Sharp breath. Shaking head. Finally thinking clearly. Steady tone. Firm decision. "Marriage over. Painfully obvious. No value. No respect. Refuse to live like this." Panic flickered. Documents. "Planned this? Behind my back? How long, Michael? Plotting leave me? What kind of man?" Straightened. Keys in pocket. Finality. "Man done being treated like he doesn't matter. Man finally understands worth. Refuse to let you diminish me. Shared assets. Separate account. Leaving tonight." Breath caught. "Can't just walk away. Where? Going?" "Somewhere far. By myself." Calm, detached voice. Years. Giving everything. Contempt. Choosing me. Without a word, turned. Walked out. Frozen. Kitchen. Divorce papers. End of everything. Thought she controlled. Powerless. Gone. Not coming back. Month slipped by. Half-empty apartment. Silence pressing in. Divorce finalized. Legal documents. World crumbled. Lively space. Barren. Empty. Gerald gone. Steady income. Quiet patience. Comfortable life. Granted. Consequences hit harder. Friends rally? Reassure, right? Laughed with her. Encouraged complaints. Distance now. Laughter faded. Whispers. Sidelong glances. Honestly, Sarah, friend admitted, coffee, uncomfortably. Kind of did this yourself. Way you treated him. Not surprising left. Should have said something sooner. Another. Direct. Humiliated him constantly. Shocked, walked away? Expected what? Opened mouth. Defend. No words. Eyes. Blamed her. Maybe deep down, knew right. Doubt seeped in. Driven Michael past breaking point? Pushed too far? Too often? Thought gnawed. Shoved aside. Point dwelling? Couldn't change. Reality merciless. Bills piled up. Faster manage. Credit cards. Swiped without hesitation. Maxed out. No Michael's financial stability. No safety net. Extra shifts. Job despised. Exhaustion. Financial strain. Loneliness worse. Apartment quiet. Echo all lost. Gerald always there. Handling things. Foundation. Realize standing on. No one now. Full weight solitude. 2 months separation. Grocery store. Gerald. Rushing errands. Drained. Distracted. Produce aisle. Barely recognized. Confidence. Never seen. Stronger posture. Clothes better fit. Leaner face. Sharpness. Good. Better than good. Hesitating. Approached. Gerald? Casual tone. Turned. Unreadable expression. Sarah. Polite, distant voice. Stranger. Look different. Off awkwardly. Nodded. Unaffected. Yeah, working on myself. Feels good. Forced smile. Brittle. Look great. No acknowledgement. Small, indifferent smile. Well, should get going. Take care, Sarah. Walked away. Alone. Smaller than ever. Weeks nod. Social media. Never cared during marriage. Progress photos. Healthy meals. Smiling new friends. Thriving. Stuck. Weight mistakes settled. Financial comfort. Him. Kindness. Steadiness. Quiet strength. Dismissing. Never realizing how much meant. Desperation. Message. Gerald, just wanted to say I'm sorry for everything. Hope we can talk sometime. Swift response. Ice cold. Nothing to talk about, Sarah. Please respect boundaries. Screen. Chest tightening. Always believed fix things wanted to. Undeniable now. Gone for good. Regain control. Forced forward. Self-improvement. Dating again. New beginning. Matched men. Image idolized. Handsome. Confident. Successful. Reality humbling. Nice. One date admitted. Drinks. Looking for someone prioritizes fitness like I do. Another. Evening ended early. Polite. Firm. Just don't think good match. Rejections stung. Brutal reminders. Impossible standards. Imposed on Gerald. Receiving end now. Not enough. Meanwhile, Gerald flourished. Fitness journey took off. Draining career replaced. Thriving business, radiated confidence, fulfillment, joy. Sarah, alone, finally understood. Lost. Not stable partner. Man worth everything. Slipped through fingers. No getting him back. And that's the story. Like and subscribe. May the force be with you.